The divisional round is going to start off with the Vikings at the 49ers, a game that I think is probably going to be one of the most interesting matchups of the weekend. The 49ers defense, which was the league's best defense in the league as far as the pass game is concerned this season, going up against the Minnesota offense that you wonder which version of you're going to get week in and week out, not to mention which Kirk Cousins you're going to get. A Vikings offense that has all the weapons in the world to beat this 49ers defense, and a defense that has proved it can hang with anyone after holding Drew Brees and the Saints to 20 points in New Orleans last week. I still think the 49ers defense, it's just going to be too much for this Minnesota offense to handle. Samuel's been playing a lot better on the offensive side of the ball. The run game's been very good, making this more than just about stopping Kittle on the offensive side. I'm expecting a tight defensive game here, a game that ends up seeing the 49ers come out on top 17-13. And we have Titans at Ravens. The Titans just came off a big win over the New England Patriots, a win that really wasn't a huge surprise to a lot of people because of how badly that Pats offense limped into playoffs, but there ain't an ounce of limp in this Ravens offense. You're not going to go out there and hold the Ravens to 13 points, probably not even 30, which means Tannehill is going to have to go out there and do something other than throw for 72 yards, which might not happen still like he did last week, which I just don't see happening. The Titans' only chance here, I think, is Henry goes out there, runs for 200 yards. They keep the ball out of Lamar Jackson's hands as much as possible, but I don't think so. Ravens 33, Titans 13. Texans at Chiefs, the first game on Sunday. The Chiefs are coming into the game as one of the hottest teams in football, and the Texans are coming into this game after looking like one of the two teams that didn't even want to advance into playoffs last week. And I want to count the Texans out. I want to say Mahomes and this offense are just going to be too much for the Texans, but this Texans team has already beaten the Chiefs once this year in Kansas City. Deshaun Watson has that skill set to go into a shootout with the Kansas City team. Andy Reid holds a 2-5 record as Kansas City's head coach in playoffs. His teams have proven time in and time again they can dominate the regular season and disappear in playoffs. Mahomes has been held to under 200 passing yards in 3 of his last 6 games. You're not going to completely stop this guy. I completely get that. But teams have shown they've had the ability to contain him in these past few weeks and keep games close. That's what Houston needs here. I know last week may have not been the most promising, but that Bills defense is elite, and the only reason the Bills were a team above 500 this season, let's be completely clear about that, holding QBs to a 78.8 rating on the season, under 200 yards per game, and you consider Watson ended the night at a 121 rating, only 5 incompletions against those Bills. He played really well. JJ Watt back and healthy. Houston with the big upset on this one, 31-28. And finally, we have the Seattle Seahawks versus the Green Bay Packers. The Seahawks stumbled their way into playoffs and just about lost to an Eagles team who just couldn't catch a break all season from an injury standpoint, beaten and battered as it gets. And this Seahawks team still almost watched Josh McCown drive this team down the field to tie it. But hey, the Hawks didn't come without their own injuries as well, losing running back after running back, being forced to run homer, and Marshawn Lynch, who combined for a whole 19 yards on 17 carries last week. Now they're coming into Lambeau. Aaron Rodgers, tough enough as it is in Lambeau. Now it's going to be, well, it looks like a Seattle team that's going to be forced to air the ball out 40 sometimes this game against the Packers team that's played very good ball lately. Jones running well, Rodgers being, well, Aaron Rodgers. I don't see it happening for Seattle here. Packers 27, Seahawks 17.